Hello Libra. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Grand Lux by Churro Marchetti. Website at the top is usgamesinc.com. Feel free to check that out if you'd like to. Hopefully that's focusing. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish. There's some other information down there if you're interested. Website is hayhouse.com. Feel free to check that out if you'd like to. What do we have for Libra? Oh, this is fun to start with. This is like looking real good. Keeping things where you want them. I think you're gonna. Oh, that's your card. The last card is your card, the Justice card. Keeping things where you want them. I keep getting that. I'm seeing like where you're headed is the Hanged Man, but I keep getting like that's what I want. I want it to stay where I want it to stay where it is. So the first thing is like you're heading towards it. So wherever you're gonna end up going, it's kind of like keep that in mind. I would say whatever this is like 70 to 80% good. 70 to 80% where you want it to be. I wouldn't say it was perfect. I wouldn't say it was perfect, but I feel like Libra is very honest with themselves about that. Like, when does perfect really happen? Especially the more complicated a situation is, 70 to 80% to where you want it to be is pretty good. I feel, yeah. So there's a little bit more with that. If you have a tendency to strive for perfection, it's not going to stay where you want it to stay. I feel like you're going to like lose ground more than likely. So if you get up to like 70 to 80% of where you want it to be, you can hold that for quite a while, but you got to be at peace with it. I also get Libra usually has a lot going on. I feel like you're one of those signs that usually there's a few different things you're involved with. So whatever this situation is, I feel like you're very self-sufficient with it. And it's kind of like as long as it stays where it stays, you're good. This situation, I do feel like do you have complete control, or what is this? Can we get a little bit more about what the situation is? I know it's a general read, but still. Alright, so the situation, some days you love it, some days you don't. It reminds me of another Libra I used to know. It was a work situation, and some days they loved it, other days they just like, oh god, here we go. It is one of those situations where every day is just different. But again, if people are, I feel like this is how people are treating you or listening to you. It's like something about that. Staying in this certain error, keeping certain things at a certain place, not really challenging it, but not letting things slip. You do seem to have a level of stability with this situation. You just can't challenge the system. You can't don't keep trying to improve it, and it stays where you have it. Again, I feel like you have a lot of different things going on, so it may seem like that's counterproductive, like, well, why wouldn't I try to make it better? That seems like that's almost irresponsible. But I also get like with this subject, if it's going between 70 to 80%, let that be, because you have other things to do better with. So for example, if this was a work situation and you got this work situation, it's going 70 to 80% the way I want it to. If I just leave it as it is and just kind of keep my eye on it, it stays there. Great. Maybe you have things with friends. Maybe you have things with outside organizations. Maybe you have children. Who knows? You can start working on those things a little bit more closely and start putting more effort towards them, because you don't have to put as much effort towards this. Very good. You are, at the moment, too, this is very helpful, you're very well liked. I feel for Libra, that ebbs and flows. Maybe more than not. I feel like for Libra, like certain signs, people feel the way they feel about them. It doesn't seem to change a lot. But for Libra, sometimes you're more liked and sometimes you're less liked. It depends on what's going on at the moment. I feel like there's a very positive, cooperative energy around you during this time, and you could, again, whatever the subject is, you can hold that for a long time. I do feel like for whatever this is, it's extremely important because people seem to want to keep you happy. As long as they're getting along with you, they want to keep you happy. They want to keep things going your way. They also feel very valued by you. I feel like that's a big thing with Libra too. You make people feel like they're heard and they're valued. So they feel like you're doing that for them. They want to return that because they seem to understand, like, you know, one hand washes the other. Good, if you're good to Libra, Libra's good to you. That seems to be how that works. You could hold this for. I feel like I'm going to keep saying that. There are definitely things here that are not going to be right, but it's the 4, it's the 5. The 5 of Cups is telling me there's going to be people complaining or not liking certain things here. That's like that 20 to 30%. There's going to be that going on. All right, so it's going to bother you. What should Libra do with that? What should Libra do with that? I got the Page of Fire reversed. People working against themselves. And then the Sun card kind of reversed, which even when the Sun card comes in reversed, it's still good. These people, this 20 to 30%, I feel like these people are self-sabotaging. And it's kind of like, if you get sucked into trying to fix their problems, you're going to lose this. It's not going to lock in the way you want it to, for one. You're not going to have this. This is not going to go your way. You might get something. You might get stuck with something, but not what you want. And it's also, I'm seeing this kind of like, be honest with yourself. If these people are self-sabotaging, literally, if they're self-sabotaging, what good does it do you to help them if they're just going to go so far and they're going to self-sabotage again? Like, you could help them and help things go right, but if they're going to keep screwing it up themselves and they're their worst enemy, they're the one who keeps screwing up their own situation, like, you know, you can, maybe you want to get them a psychiatrist or, like, point them in a direction, like, go talk to that therapist and figure out your own life, because you can't fix that. It's just going to keep being a problem, so why do it if they're going to keep doing it? Like, you can't fix it. It's them. Like, it's not other people, it's them. It's like accepting that, but I feel like letting them talk, but like leaving it off to its own. Like letting them just kind of like, if they're going to self-sabotage, let them do what they need to do to themselves. This feels to me like a self-sabotage. And when I get these two together, like it only goes so long before they're going to do it again. I get self-sabotage with that. I really keep getting that, and they keep doing it. So, there is some energy here that's more favorable, that's more random. But I feel like this is the energy you want to keep promoting. This is the good energy, because it's weird this comes in this way. One is very random, one is very stable and secure. The energy that's nice to you, I feel like you can roll with that. You can help that get what it needs. It's the self-sabotaging. I don't know. This is going on around it. I feel like this is like, there's certain people who are just random, but they're like predictable random. Like they're going to do random things, but it's kind of like somebody who comes back late from lunch or something. Like, yeah, that's going to happen. And kind of like, all right, you just stay the extra time after and just make sure you make it up. It's fine. Or stuff like that. Like that, just kind of roll with it the same way you have been rolling with it. I don't feel like you need to do a different thing with that. I think that's why the Ace of Pentacles is showing up too. It's kind of like whatever this random energy is, how you've been handling it, just keep handling it the same way. It keeps this energy in a positive place and you don't have to worry about it. The self-sabotagers, leave them to their own devices. You can keep this for a long time. This can be a good thing for you for a long time. You get the 10 of Cups. Cups? Yep. 10 of Cups with the Justice card. The Justice card is the Libra card. This can go easily your way and stay this way for a long time. Center your energy on other things that are more important for right now. Let this be a good spot that you don't have to worry about as much. You're going to have to naturally keep your eye on it, but you won't have to put as much effort towards it. You just got to keep, spot check it here, spot check it there. put your energy towards more important things for now so you can move and advance with other things that are also important to you. I think that's pretty much it. That was quick. I feel like it's just like identifying self-sabotaging people for what they are, and just like, if they're just going to keep doing that, like, I don't know, like, you're just going to be running and trying to fix something that the same person keeps breaking their own stuff. It's like buying a child new toys every 5 days because they keep breaking their toys. It's like, but they're the ones breaking their toys. Like, trying to teach them to handle things nicer, it doesn't seem to work. They just keep self-sabotaging. So instead of buying them more toys, just kind of, you know, learn to play with what you broke, like, I guess. Alright, I'm going to let that go there. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.